What's up, guys? We're back with another video. This is going to be my last video for a little bit. My wife and I are traveling to Ireland tomorrow, so we're going to be there from like October 1st, just tomorrow, till the 11th. So, and I will not be bringing this whole setup with me, so won't be making any videos for the next 11 or so days. But before I go, I thought I'd throw one up there because Kevin just dropped something on the Etch docs today that is interesting. It's exciting, and that is a accordion component. Now, if you're wondering why is that exciting, it's not necessarily the accordion itself that's exciting. It's just the fact that we're able to very easily create and share components with each other. And when I say component, it doesn't actually have to be like in Etch. Component means something. Like there's a certain thing in Etch called a component. When I'm saying component right now, I just mean like a thing, like an accordion. It doesn't actually have to be an Etch component, but we can create things in Etch and easily share them with other people who are using Etch. And those people can take what we made and they can just literally copy and paste, Control C, Control V into their website, exactly what we created. So we're going to be able to just be creating stuff and sharing it with each other. Very similar to, I think that's how Frames works. Kevin's other product, Frames. Maybe not so much people sharing stuff with each other, but you know, when you install Frames, you have a big library of things that you can just basically copy onto your website. So it just saves you a lot of time when you're building a website. That's what this is, only it's like public. So anybody can literally create something in Etch. They can share it. Somebody else can take it and put it on their website. So there's going to be, I'm sure Etch will have some sort of official like library or something. Right now there's just a few things in their docs. Like if you go to the nav section on their docs, they have a nav component you can just copy and paste. They just added this accordion thing that I've been talking about. You can just copy and paste that. Other people like myself, we're going to be creating our own libraries of components and sharing it with people. So once that picks up and it just starts rolling, man, it's gonna be awesome, because there's just gonna be so many cool things out there, and it's gonna save us a lot of time. There's people who like to just sit there and make random stuff, and there's other people who just want to build a website, and they would love to just take your work that you're sharing freely and use it in their website. So this accordion is just one of the very first examples of this happening, and I'm going to show you how that works, and I'm going to show you how I modified it a little bit, like literally just a little tiny bit, just to make it, I think, a smidgen better. So let's go ahead and jump right in and take a look at what I'm actually talking about here. So this is not what I'm talking about. This is the Etch community. Don't look at that. What am I looking at? Here's my little test website where I like to do random stuff on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the docs, Etch, docs.etchwp.com. Under elements and dynamic elements, there is now this new accordion. And you can see right here, it just says copy accordion component. You're like, no, it can't be that easy. Actually, yes. Watch this. Click that, copied. Come over here to my website, Control V. There it is. I'm going to put it up here in this div. That's it. I'm going to save it. And let's go take a look. It's a working accordion. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to do any JavaScript, HTML, CSS, nothing. You're wondering, where's this data coming from? Well, it's coming from a loop that I already created. The default in this component is to just use the recent posts query, which is a query that just comes with, except I think they actually changed that. I thought that it was just posts now, but they made it recent posts in this component. You can of course change it. This is just the default. You would want to change it to whatever loop you're actually using. So I happen to already have a recent post loop. That's why it's working, and it's just showing my recent posts, regular WordPress posts. I have one titled Hello World with that content in it. I have one titled Test with that content in it, and I have another one titled Bro with no content in it. But you can change it. If I get out of here, you can change it to any loop you want. So the default is recent posts. Well, I'm going to change it to FAQ, and then I'm going to save that. I'm just going to edit the component. I come down here. So we have props.accordion loop as item, item.title, and item.content. That doesn't work for me, and I'll show you why. Because in my loop, I don't have those keys. I have question and answer. So I could either change these here, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, and instead of item.title, I'm just going to change to item.question. And instead of item.content, I'm going to change it to item.answer. I'm going to save, and I'm going to exit. And look at that. Where's this data coming from? That loop you just saw. This JSON loop right here. Question, how much does it cost? Answer, our base plan starts at X dollars a month. That's exactly what we're seeing here. Let's go look at it on the front end. It's working. So that's kind of crazy, right? I mean, it was so easy to get this perfectly working accordion in seconds. Just Control C. I didn't even have to do that. I just clicked the button, and then I came to my site and I hit Control V, and all I had to do is change the loop to the loop I want to use, and we're good to go. You could, of course, make this static. You don't have to use a loop like I did. I think their docs even talk about that. Yep, static configuration. So you just open the HTML, remove that loop syntax, and replace these with whatever data you want to put in there. So you can just make a regular static accordion very easily, or you can use a loop. If you want to loop through posts, you can loop through a custom post type. You could create an FAQ custom post type if you wanted to, instead of what I did where I use a JSON loop. So very, very cool. And people are going to start doing all sorts of stuff like this. People, and you already can, like, actually, if we go to my website, which is still a work in progress, so I haven't really launched this yet, but oh, I don't even have that. Here we go, snippets. Here's an old accordion that I made before. And what I had to do before was I put in the HTML, you would copy and paste that. I put in the CSS, you would copy and paste that. You come down here, grab the JavaScript, you copy and paste that. I'm going to be able to update this. So instead of these 3 big boxes full of stuff, I'll just have one box at the top. It's just a JSON. That's what you're actually copying. If you want to look at these docs, at this component, I'm going to click on it to copy it, and then we'll just open up a Google Doc and I'll paste it in so you can see it. It's just a big JSON object. That's all it is. And you're wondering, how do you generate this? Is it difficult? No. Watch this. All I have to do, see I had this accordion here, right click, copy. That's it. Now if I come back here, I'm going to delete this. I'll paste in what I just copied. That's all you have to do. You build whatever you want to build in Etch, and when you're done, you just right click on it, click copy. And then you can take that, put it on your website, share it with a friend via email, whatever you want to do. They take that same JSON object, they just hit Control copy, come over here to their website, hit Control V, and boom. That's it. It's so simple, and it's really going to help the Etch community when we're all just building and sharing things left and right. And a pretty good example of that is, so Kevin shared this, I think this morning, and it's great. It's a great accordion. It works, it's accessible, it's mobile responsive. And if you come in here to the JavaScript and scroll down to the bottom, you'll notice there's some options here. Open first item and allow multiple. So if I turn this to false and save, what happens is this first option is no longer expanded by default. So that's kind of neat, right? And then he also has this allow multiple option. If I set this to true, now what happens is when I open another accordion item, it does not automatically close the other one. They all stay open. So that's pretty cool that you can do that. I wanted to make it just a little smidgen easier because I'm lazy. And so I thought, instead of using JavaScript for these options, what if it was just as simple as a prop, just like this, where we choose what loop we want to use? What if there's just a switch? You flip the switch and that decides if the first one opens or not. So that's what I did. And I can grab that right, where is it? Here. I shared this in the private community, and this will be on my website at some point. I'm going to replace that old accordion with this. And let me show you what happens when I use this version of the component. I'm going to delete this, Control V, Now when I select this accordion component, you'll notice I have a couple more options here. I added this option, so if you notice that the first one is not expanded, I'll turn this on, save, check out the front end. The first one's expanded. Come back, turn this off, save, come back. Now it's not. So maybe you have multiple accordions on your website and they're both using different content, and for whatever reason this accordion you want to have the first one expanded and this other accordion you don't. Well, you can easily do that because you drop this component on one page and you choose to turn this on, and you drop the same component on another page and you turn this off. So, and then somebody else in the community, Dave, added a similar switch so that instead of using JavaScript to turn on or off allow multiple, you can also do that right here with this switch. So right now you can see that allow multiple is enabled. I can open up multiple accordions. If I come here and turn this off, save, refresh, now I can no longer have multiple options open. So that's just an example, I think a great example of one person building an awesome component. Kevin, he built this accordion. I'm assuming he did it. Maybe someone on his team did it, but he shared it with the community. And then somebody else took that same component, just modified it a little bit, shared that. So now people have options. If you prefer changing these options with JavaScript, you use the accordion as it is in the docs. If you prefer to use a switch in the props, like I just showed you, then you can use my version. I mean, and other people can take this and they can modify it as well, and they can share their version of it. And so, I mean, it's basically what everybody loves about open source, right? We're all just taking other people's work, modifying a little bit. There's just options, lots of options for doing the same thing the best way for you. And so I'm really excited. I should probably even check the docs more. I'm really at this point only familiar with the basic nav. You can see they have the button to copy that, and they also give you the hamburger burger menu icon component, and then this accordion. And I don't know if they have any other doesn't look like they have any other elements yet. These docs are still a work in progress, of course, because Etch is still a work in progress. But I just want to check real quick through all of these. Yeah, so none of these are there yet, but you can see what they're planning on working on. They added them to the docs here, even though they don't exist yet, so you know these things are coming. There's going to be a light box where you just copy and paste, and now you have a light box. A modal, which will probably use I'm assuming it'll use the dialogue element. Table of contents. It's just all sorts of stuff. You can see that they already have all these different elements planned to add to the docs so that you can just copy and paste, just like this. Boom, boom, and you're done. So that's it for this video. I just wanted to show you that that is a thing and let you know that more things are coming. Right now, all they have is basic nav and an accordion, but obviously more things are coming. And also keep an eye out for people using Etch, because they can also share their own stuff. So this Etch documentation is not the only place you're going to be able to find these components to copy and paste. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in probably a couple weeks when I get back from Ireland, assuming I come back. I'm sure so much is going to change while I'm gone that I'm going to come back and want to create 5 videos in one day. So that'll be fun. All right, guys, I'll catch you later.